guys, Harold Osmer, West Hills Wood. Beginner woodworking tips, techniques, that sort of thing. In a recent video, we introduced you to one of these guys. It's one of those hand-type miter saws. It's a big step up from the little plastic box where you can make straight cuts and 45-degree angles. This one allows you infinite adjustments here, all the way up to 45 one way and the other. You can do a lot of different things with this. It's real handy. It's very helpful for you just to get started, especially if you work in an apartment or you have a house and you can't make too much noise, this kind of thing. So this is a great way to go about doing things. The power version, we're going to talk a little bit right now. All right, the power version looks like this. It's sometimes referred to a chop saw, sometimes miter saw. There are some of these that have that are able to pull out and slide across. That would be a sliding miter saw. You can use that if you want. What the advantage to that is you can cut a longer piece or a wider piece, as it were there. All right, you're limited in this one as to how wide a piece you can make. I mean, you can see the fence and where the blade is, whatever the diameter on your blade is. It's going to dictate how much you can do there. But if you're just getting started, this could work out pretty well. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. A big advantage to one of these is that instead of doing this a whole bunch of times for every single thing, you pretty much go slice and slice, and it works out really well. All right? It is a power tool. You're going to have to be careful with it. It will not care if your finger's in the way. Now, there's guards and all of these kind of things, and you should certainly understand how to use your tools. But you know, it's a real handy piece. One of the first things you're going to want to do with it, after you learn how to use it, read your instructions, genius, is clamp that sucker down. Clamp it down to your table or wherever. Make it steady so that everything, if it moves, like here, we're on a little wobbly surface here, but everything moves as a unit, so your work pieces aren't flying around. That just introduces drama. We don't want drama. The other thing is, being a power tool, it makes noise. This one, for whatever reason, this one is pretty loud. Get some hearing protection. Make sure you have glasses whenever you're using a power tool. And there you go. It's very repeatable. Again, you can bring it down, cut your pieces. Another thing you can do, here you see on the end of here, we just clamped a piece in place. You could set that up, cut your piece, get another one, slide it right in here, cut it again. The big key to using these type of tools is the repeatability. If you're going to make a box or something that needs to be 12 inches by 12 inches, you need to be able to cut 12 inches every time. You don't want to have to be measuring and guessing and trying to cut things down every single time. The more streamlined you can make your operations, the better. So here's a good way to do that. If you get a little nervous holding these things in place by hand, because it is a rotating tool, you can always put a clamp back here to hold on to that and just go ahead and cut. All right, so there you go. That's a miter saw, sometimes called a chop saw. You can do compound cuts and everything else, but that's way beyond what the beginner will do. If you need a power tool, this is a good one to get started with. A lot of guys will get these picture frames, window frames, things of that nature. Works out really well, and it's quick. It's just a little loud. Costs a little more than the handheld version. You'll be happy you have it. We use ours a lot. I've had this one for a number of years. It gets a lot of use. Harold Osmer, West Hills Wood.